Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike coming at you with the weekly news and review for August 3rd, 2025. And it's nice to have a week like this. A week after all these cons and TFCon and San Diego Comic-Con and BotCons and these shows in Hong Kong. To have a nice week to catch up. And there is some new news. There's some stuff out there. It's not completely a dead week, but also some catch up on stuff I didn't talk about yet. We'll talk about all of this that I haven't really touched on. Some McFarlane stuff I really haven't talked about very much, and that's some new news, I guess you could say. The Snake Lair, now that it is live for funding. These crowdfunds, man, there's 3 of them going on right now. And then I don't know much about the wrestling, but I got stuff to say about the wrestling. So there's that. And then another Street Fighter character that I don't know about, but I have some stuff to say about it too. And of course we got Star Wars. Not a lot, a little bit. And a few more things to discuss about Star Wars coming up. Starting out with what's new at Show.Z Store, and quite a few things that I saw at Show.Z Store first. So I'm going to talk about them from Show.Z Store. This is the CCS Toys Shin Getter Robo Team. Don't know much about it, but this is going to be a big set, expensive set. $10 down, and then $15 of shipping, meaning that it's going to be a big set. So if you're in on that, if you know about the lore, then you might want to get in on this. This is the pre-order for the Toys Star, not Star Toys, Toys Star BX04 Dark Scorpion Giant Scorponok Dark version. This is Black Zarak, and it looks great. Here's the thing, I just reviewed this, but the standard green Scorponok, and I pre-ordered this right away. That's an amazing set. I imagine this will be priced about the same, $95 or so, and $2.65 shipping. $1 down, but I'm looking forward to this. Very few opportunities to get a knockoff of Black Zarak. Now, I've talked about this in the past, and one of the things I really hate doing is talking about something and going, don't know when you can get it, where you can order it or whatever. But this is the Luda Shang SP316 Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Sentinel Prime, meaning it is about, I think it's the one that's about 12 inches tall. But it looks pretty good. I don't think it transforms. I think it fit in fine with the rest of your Masterpiece movie character stuff. MP10 KO, fourth party of MP10, or it's MP44 colors. Technically, it's more show colors, but it looks really good. I'm not 100% in on it, but it's $50. Coming soon, you can just pay for it now, and it ships as soon as they process their inventory. This just came out of nowhere. $50 for no trailer though. It's just the bot. But if you want an MP10 and you want the MP10 to look like a cartoon, I've literally heard nobody else talking about this. Check this out though. This is side by side with the original, or maybe it's a knockoff with the original colors. But I do think it looks way better with the white legs. That's way better. The color of the reds and the blues are different too, but not a massive difference. But yeah, this looks good. I'm tempted. I don't need 16 Masterpiece Optimus Primes though. Then we've got this here. So this is the MPU 04 and 05, the Sunstorm and Acid Storm. These are, I think, some of the more popular recolors. Then we get the one that's purple, and then a couple of other ones. So if you are into getting all these different color variations, they generally run about $80, $85. I think it's worth it. So far, I'm up on all of the cone heads. The last cone head is starting to ship right now. So if you're in on that with the MPU, Show.Z's got that one in, and they're starting to ship those out. So this is just a solid evolutionary step. Now I do wish, and I'm going to say this, I do wish that Deformation Space was doing these, but the fact that they're getting knocked off, we're getting KOs, and somewhere deep down there, I know Takara's like, we're not going to do that, so let someone else deal with it. And the last mold, I think that they went deep on a lot of color variations was the MP11, and with that, I mean, that's an old mold. This is a vastly superior mold. It looks fantastic. I'm glad I sold all my other color variants off in the past. But yeah, these look great. Pre-ordered both of them. And up for pre-order also is the Mastermind Creations PS24A Ocular Max and Certus Groove toy color version. I missed that point when we saw the TF Con slide. I just completely spaced that point out. And since mine's in alt mode, I didn't notice the differences looking at my shelf. So with that, it's the toy version. And yeah, if you want to build the toy version of your Defensor, it's coming. Anyway, if you want to pre-order any of this stuff over at Show.Z Store, TH is in the Support Your Reviewer on the main page, and lots of news comes from Show.Z because they put this stuff up really fast. All right, next up we've got the 01 Studio Combiner Desolator. There's a Devastator Desolator. This is the 01S03A, and it's Catastrophe Scrapper and Demolition Hook. And they look pretty good. It's an update to their project. With so many Devastators going on out there, it's hard to keep them all straight. Because you've got Dreamstar toys, X-Translots Fans toys. You've got MMC doing theirs. And then you've got the other one that's kind of a chug scale. This is full masterpieces. And these are usually pretty big. But then here's the alt mode. And they got more of a real world feel to them, I believe. But still at the same time, a little on the stylized side. But that's the way they're going. And why not differentiate? Because they're not competing directly with the fans' toys and the X-Transbots out there. And here is the build. And so that's kind of my gauge on how good of a combiner it is. How good does it look combined? It's shaping up pretty well, actually. It looks pretty decent in combined mode. But there's the update on the 01 Studio. And 01 Studio, they're the ones that made the Unicron. It's the smaller Unicron than Haslab, but it's a phenomenal Unicron. So we're seeing the Takara Adamus Machinima Transformers AMTO2 Predaking, and articulation, despite being a combining toy, it features forward bending articulation in the chest and abdomen, as well as pull-out shoulder joints. Dynamic, flexible posing is possible. Furthermore, finger joints and toe sections are also articulated, achieving more delicate expressions. And so it looks really nice, but it's still too small to be a masterpiece. And if you're a masterpiece collector, you probably pass on it. Some people say that they want to use it for their legends. I'm like, wow. People are looking at this as so small that they're like, yeah, this sounds like a good Legends one. I think it would fit okay with your main line, but am I wrong? We have an update on this tactical mover, well, just a picture for Diaclone from Takara. Sticking with Takara here, I gotta say the artwork is amazing. This stuff here kind of feels like Robotech in a way, but it's Diaclone, it's a different thing. Still really interesting, really cool. I'm not into any of this. I'm not buying any of this. I didn't start into it, but it's still, I can appreciate it from afar. Check it out, have a look at it, but not buy any of it. I'm not reviewing any of this stuff, but I like the art. I mean, that's really amazing. And by the way, this is the only picture that they showed this week. I'm sure we'll see more of whatever this is next week. Also from Takara, it's the Missing Link Nemesis Prime first look and details. I don't know what details there's going to be with it, but Matrix is silver with purple center as a heart of Cybertron, and roller unit is redecoed into teal. It's been, yeah, it's just a different one there, and roller unit has been renamed to Giza. And then container is now called Wheelhouse. I guess the trailer? Energy Axe has been renamed to Executioner Axe and is Energon Pink. That's what it says. Anyway, this, I'm probably in on it. I mean, I love what they're doing with this line. Missing Link, it works. It's kind of what I want. Still am curious about the Ultra Magnus. Will it have armor? Like, please have the armor. Don't let us down, Takara. Next up, we've got the YOLO Park AMK Pro Series Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen. And this is another one, which I don't know how deep I'm going to go with these for the movie characters, but I am getting the Optimus Prime. Not sure about getting this Megatron. I think I like the other version of Megatron better. I don't know if they'll do it, though, like from the first movie. Anyhow, it looks good, though. I mean, it looks better than any of the toys that they've made for this character. And I've got the original one. It's a leader class one. And I think they made a couple like deluxe. And that was back when they made every character in every scale, which was really weird and annoying. And I kind of like how they've synchronized the scales now, so that really works. But anyhow, this is one that should be up for pre-order right now. $65 on their site. Probably can get it at other places also that carry it. Alright, so we've got the A3U exclusive Transformers MDLX. This is 3.0 with their MDLX line. Lost Light, Marauders Prime. And it says exclusive drop from Toy Dojo A3U. AEU? A3U. Coming in July, and this technically popped up on July 30th, so it was still July when they showed this. Still looks pretty cool. I think that the way they're going with their line versus Yellow Park is more stylized, different stuff. And guess what? You're not rebuying the same things. You're buying something completely different. Which, in a way, I like that because Yellow Park gives me mostly what I want, but you accent it with stuff like this. Okay, we got another Optimus Prime KO. This is the AS Toys AS08E Iron General EVA version. And it is from somebody on Baidu. This is a nice coloration. It's kind of fun, and it's from a different company than the one that I did a review on, and there's all the different colors coming from them. Plus, you get the trailer with all the different color stuff, too. So that's not bad. It's pretty cool. If you're interested in all of this stuff, I guess I should look it up and see if it's available on Show.Z. I do like the purple, but I did pre-order all the same ones that the one I pre-ordered or I've reviewed because I like that one so much. But I probably should grab one of these from the other company and compare it to, just to see how it goes. But still looks pretty cool. Oh, I got this one out of order. 3.0 MDLX Transformers 1 Optimus Prime Orion Packs by Xiao Lao. And here's the thing about this. It looks good. The colors are vibrant. They pop. I think they're doing a great job with what they've got for the source material for the Transformers 1. And better than anything that Hasbro's made. I think it looks great. Remember, it doesn't transform. And MDLX is more expensive. So probably around the $80 mark. I'd have to look. But I just know that those are more expensive figures. They do a phenomenal job with paint, though. And that's where I think they are superior. But the price is superior, too. We got New Age Toys A65 Keaton. This is their take on a very, very Giona-esque version of Hoist. And this is brought to us by Golden Zen. I guess he's got a review of it. So if you want to check Golden Zen's review out. But I'm going to not review this and not review Magic Square. And I'm going to do my first just comparison video as 2 reviews in 1. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how that's going to go. But I've been holding on to Magic Square for what, it was a year almost, waiting for this. They both went up for pre-order around the same time within the same month, and I got this on the way. But it looks good. It's going to be a tough one. But I'm going to tell you which one of the 2 I truly like the most. And if it's New Age, it's New Age. If it's Magic Square, it's Magic Square. I don't have any skin in the game. The only agenda I have to serve is making the best shelf, and I'll be honest on that. So New Age just put out the 872 Typho picture. Now this, still a lot of mystery here, but I'm starting to think that this is a completely different set of Dinobots, which I think, I'm just going to be honest, I just think it's a bad idea to do a whole other set of Dinobots. You got so much else to do, so much else you could be working on, and doing another set of Dinobots just to make them combine. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of that idea. But I might be wrong. I mean, you might be able to still use the original ones. So this is showing the, I guess, prototype. But check this out. This is what the combine looks like. And it still looks like literally plugging dinosaurs into some, I don't know, it's like shells. It does not look like these completely turn into the leg, completely turn into the arm, but maybe the arms do, but still, it's such a weird idea. And if you love this stuff, great, go after it. I'm not going to be buying any of this. Unless I got an affinity for Swoop. I might get Swoop just to have Swoop, but I don't really like the whole Mechanicus idea. But this does look like the best executed one, aside from how they did the knees, but it does look pretty well executed. We got pictures of Galaxy Toys Mini Statue Destroyer, and there's videos coming soon for it. It looks pretty good. This is fun, having a Masterpiece holding a toy version of Megatron That is really cool. And so with that, I did kind of see some of the transformations going on there. But it looks good. It looks like a pretty good option if you're into it. And I've got to say, which one is this in this picture? This is a really cool picture. These pictures are from Spicy Animation. So, I mean, it's really cool. It's one thing to take good, great pictures, but something else to just think of cool stuff to do with your pictures, like this. So, you've got at the top, that is the Wei Zhang. Is it Wei Zhang? And then we got the standard MP36. Then down below that one is Megatron. I think that's the New Age one that's supposed to be sort of for the Studio Series. Below that one is, I also think, New Age, but for Legends. And then the one we're looking at in here, for these purposes, is almost the smallest one. Second to smallest. So, cool pictures. We've got Dr. Wu's workshop making these other smaller. So, I would say these would probably scale with that Megatron we just looked at. That's just my belief without owning any of the stuff in this scale. DW03, E03G, Big Scourge. That's weird. DWE10G, Spray Drift, and then there's Sky Glider, and then there's Space Disc. But you can see who they all are. Tiny little ones. Golden Lagoon set, if you're in on all of that. And I do think that these are sold as two separate 2-packs. That's my belief. I might be wrong. So I find this to be interesting because DNA Designs is sort of asking for suggestions on what you want improved with the new Megatron that I don't have in hand yet. So I guess you watch a review and say that little spot on the inside of the leg, or that little spot on the arm, or maybe it'd be nice to have a Crimzeek, or maybe it would be nice to have Key to Vector Sigma. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what should be done with it, but maybe you want an improvement in the cannon. So, I mean, watch the reviews and say it, but I think they're working on something, but they want to make sure they pack enough in it to make worth $50 to $75 for their upgrade kit. Am I right? Is that what's going on here? So this is something I probably saw it in just a mixture of a ton of pictures at the Hong Kong show last week, but Unix Square Combat Grimlock revealed and more, and this is Combat G1 Optimus Prime, Combat G1 Starscream, Combat G1 Megatron, great prototypes in both modes, reveal the Megatron. Cool stuff, interesting stuff. I do believe this stuff is either chug scale or smaller. This is not Masterpiece, so getting put into that one. And this was at the Animation Comic Game in Hong Kong Expo last week. There's probably a ton more stuff that needs more detail, more diving into than that. Are you a Hasbro? It's okay to admit it because we're getting into that news now. And Transformers Retro Sea Spray and Brawn found in Canada. So there's a couple of things found in Canada. It's interesting. And it's odd that they get it before we do, but it is what it is. They're showing this, and this was Reddit user U38RPM. And both figures are found at the Walmart in Alberta. So cool stuff, fun stuff. I think these display better than what they do with Gears and leaving his chest just out to dangle, his innards showing. I mean, I don't think he wanted that, everyone to see his inside. But then we've got some comparisons here, and almost rubbing it in, like Beachcomber. How many people don't have a Beachcomber? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Don't have. Well, I mean, I've got the Masterpiece, but the Hasbro ones, no. But these look good. I mean, I think it looks good. Fits in really well. And I really think that the spotlights on Sea Spray might even be better than a Fans Toy Sea Spray. And a couple more things brought to us from Cybertron.ca. These is the AOTP Titan Star Optimus Prime, and then there's the Perceptor multi-pack that are out in Canada. And here we go. This Perceptor, I found it at Target, but I didn't buy it. Although I would like the Rat-Bat. I mean, I really think they're juicing you just to get cassettes. But I also hear that the Perceptor is slightly improved. So I guess I wasted my money on the other Perceptor. Throw that bad boy away and just buy this. I mean, that really sucks. But it is what it is. Collecting, sometimes you get burned. But I didn't buy it because I already got one, and I guess I'll just do without the Rabat. But anyway, if you're interested in this, check your targets. I mean, it's pretty easy to get right now. Alright, so we've got some other stuff found by JT Prime 17. And here we go. Beast Wars Maximal Multi-Pack. Probably just repacking figures we've had in the past. Slight different color variations. Then there's the Generation Club Hot Wheels Twin Mill 2. There's the Deluxe Insecticons 3-pack, which is probably not actual Deluxe Insecticons. Deluxe scale purple and black Insecticons. Not the ones like Deluxe, like the Deluxe ones. Anyway, Anniversary Voyager Starscream and Anniversary Deluxe Prowl. All the Anniversary characters, so the Insecticons, Starscream, and Prowl are all going to be Target exclusives. Then Studio Series Leader Transformers 1 from the first movie, 2007 movie. And then, yeah, that's just going to be redeco. So it's not going to be a new mold, just a redeco. So it says redo. Does redo mean complete new mold? Or redeco or slight upgrade? Okay, I need more information on that. So there's a lengthy TFW 2005 interview with Hasbro designers, and I'm going to cover a few spotlights here. Some people have done full-on videos. I probably could do a 20 or 30 minute video on this, so I'm just going to pull out a couple of like big points. But one that people have been really arguing back and forth about is, are they making a Unicron? And no, they're not making another Unicron. So that's kind of the argument there. They might, but it's kind of like it'd be an animation version, the animated series version, not G1. That's the discussion, but it's not actually in the works yet. So anyhow, they're talking about the Titan class Grimlock, and with Titan class, do figures peg into it? Yes, they say there's going to be not a unique port, but a 3mm port on the back for it to sit. And then they're saying that they want to make other dinos in that scale. How much? They say cheaper than the $200 price point, so assuming $150, but they don't want to lock in a price just yet. So assumptions $150 on price. So there's a lot of talk about that Titan. Would Primus be Haslab or Titan? Primus would be a Haslab. What Beast Wars characters would you do? Magnaboss and Tripedicus. The Tripedicus Council? Is that what they're talking about? But then also animated figures they'd want to make. Not Unicron. They said they want to make Omega Supreme. And then there's a whole lot of other things, like what eras would you be interested in doing? Like Beast Wars and Energon. They'd be interested in doing Beast Wars. No, Beast Machines and Energon. Both of them. I thought we've already been doing some of the Energon stuff, but will Bruticus be compatible with aerial bots and Stunticons? They're saying you could swap the arms. It's not Scramble City, but you can still swap the arms. So I wouldn't want to do that myself, but it's a thing that they keep talking about. And they did get into the new Seekers, and with the Seekers, they basically just want to make it a better Seeker, and they feel like they've made them many masterpieces. And if they put this much work into it, you can get the whole rainbow of those from them. And then can we expect Nemesis Prime out of the 86 mold? And yeah, there's a lot of requests, so it's sounding like a yes at some point in the future, but not anytime soon. Anyway, a lot of these questions are based on movie, like the live action stuff that I'm not so knowledgeable about. So is there anything really awesome in this interview that you guys want to put in the comments and point out to me? I'll look into a little closer. Let's do that. Alright, so there's pictures of this size comparison of the AOE Grimlock size comparison with a leader. The Titan next to a leader. I'm sorry, but you don't go from $50 to $150 or so and just get that little bit to me. That's my opinion. That's my feelings. And I can feel like that sitting on the sidelines watching this, because I'm not going to buy this. It's not my era. I'm not into this stuff. But I can still watch it from the sidelines. I just look at the one that they made before, and I was just thinking this should be like 3 times the size for $150. I know that's not how the world works, but it just doesn't feel like 3 times the value. But it is massive. It is big. It's a beast. And remember, they said they want to make more of these. So they want to keep a low enough price point on it. So like 150 instead of 200. So that you can have all the Dinobots that were in the movie. And there's a lot of concern about the Transformers 40th Anniversary Selection Lio Convoy. And people thought it was canceled earlier in the week. And then like 3 days later, they got an update that, guess what? It's just delayed in production. So I don't know. People are holding their breath for this thing. If it doesn't get made, I mean, there's still the U.S. version. It's not the end of the world. I know this is superior. I know this is they've made improvements, made this better. You can still get the U.S. version. Probably not very expensive. Transformers Age of the Primes, Wave 3, Voyager, Alpha, Trion, in-hand images by beta user. Can't translate myself, but this is... I like this picture because you kind of see all of what's going on. Like, this is a lot of this new stuff that's coming out that I haven't seen at the store yet, but it looks okay. It looks decent. It's not a bad-looking Alpha Trion in... I guess if you say in regards to all the other ones that are made out. I mean, they've made some in the past. The problem with Alpha Trion in every single Hasbro release is it's a repaint of another figure. But I'm still extremely happy with the repaint of Scourge. And so I won't be upgrading or... I mean, is it officially upgrading or is it downgrading? Alright, so we're going to get into some other non-Transformer news. I know it's crazy. There's other things out there than Transformers. New McFarlane drops. Classic Deathstroke, Metron, and Mirror Master. And I've just missed out on so much of this stuff that it's... I don't even know what to say. Is it up for pre-order still? Let's just take a quick look and see what's... I didn't see it, but... What's up for pre-order? I guess they are. Go hunt them down. Man, it's getting too hard to get this McFarlane stuff. Now, everybody's losing their mind about Hawk Girl, and I found her at a Walmart, but I didn't want her. It's not something I was into. But that one was easy for me to find. But the other stuff that's like online exclusives, that's hard to find. But this one right here, Super Friends. Now, I like this. This is just fun to collect by the looks of it. And then, yeah, $20 is steep. When they were $17, it was a better price. And then Target, you get the 5% off your red card and all that. And then sometimes they went to clearance to like $5 or $8. Now it's just BBTS put theirs up. The instant I got the email, I was sitting here at the computer, saw the email, clicked over there. Already half of them were sold out by the time I got the email. Like, how did people know it was going up on BBTS like minutes before my email came? I don't know. So anyway, I'm probably going to have to order the whole wave if I get it. Or I'll just pass on it. But at the same time, it's just really frustrating how this stuff sells out. And how McFarlane's handling their end of life with DC. Alright, so we've got some pictures here. Better pictures of this set. I'm reluctantly probably going to pre-order this. It goes up on the 5th. And it's... I don't know the price yet. They haven't told us the price. I think they're like hee-hawing around thinking how much they can juice you for. If they can juice you for $325, they'll juice you for $325. If they can juice you for $350, they'll juice you for $350. I think I want them now, and they played the game on me where the black and gold one went up. I was like, I don't know if I really want it. And then the Rhino. Now all of them, I'm like, yeah, I kind of do want it. And then the price is probably going to be ridiculous. So I hope it's like $300 even, and that'd be worth getting. So goes up on the 5th. That's a Tuesday. I don't know what time. And again, they don't even tell you the time and all of that. Loyal subjects, it's fun buying their stuff for cheap at Walmart. It's not fun pre-ordering something you don't even know the quality. The video looked like it had questionable quality on some parts. He was holding in the apparatuses to them not to pop out. I mean, it's one of those things. It's a huge question mark on quality and all of that still. Huge question mark how much of this stuff ends up on clearance. You got to go to the Loyal Subject site to order this. This will not be on BBTS that I know. But if it's on BBTS, I would much rather go through BBTS. I would much rather not pay for this up front. Storm Arena Dan, pre-order for the Street Fighter Alpha 3. Don't know about the character. I mean, it sure looks cool. This is one of those things where I'm already into Jada. I already have some Street Fighter stuff from Storm Collectibles. This is the budget line arena, but I have to tell you this. Holding them side by side, the $109 version from Storm Collectibles operates and feels better than the $25 figure from Jada. But will a $25 figure from Jada hold up next to a $30 Storm? I don't know. I'll find that out on my own when I get one to review. I'm not in on this guy, but if you are, pre-orders are up. $30. So one of the things that came out of SCCC that people were interested in, just the reveal of this, is the Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes? Is he the American Dream? And then John Cena, and this is out of left field, Logan Paul. I mean, am I right? Is that way out of left field? Anyway, this set, is it a set? Do you buy them separately? It's a wave, you buy them separate. But this is at Target. You can pre-order them or order them. I guess right now. I didn't even check to see if they're sold out or not, but it's one of those weird things. These are sort of remakes of the LJN ones, and in that LJN style. And so with that, people get excited about it. Funny thing is, though, like, I only know of, like, the Dusty guy from Elite Legends. He does some funny skits with the guy. And then, of course, the passing of Hulk, which is a sad thing. And they didn't even have Hulk on reveal there. I'll probably pick a Hulk up if I see it. I'm not really interested in the rest of this stuff. I don't even own a John Cena, and I'm John Cena'd out. I mean, am I the only one? John Cena everywhere. It's been that way for, like, 15 years. All right, Star Wars. I looked this up. It looks like they need to have, 8,000 to back it or something? Let me see this. They need 8,000 backers. They're $28.48 to get this gunship. $450 plus tax. And if you don't have the premium, if you already didn't pay your $50, you're paying for shipping on this too. So yeah, I'm out on this. Here's the thing. It's just not for me. And I don't want to be negative to anybody spoil their fun. If you want to spend $450, almost $500 on this for fun, then have at it. I understand it's a little bigger. How come we haven't seen side-by-side comparisons with the one they already put out? So you can see, like, this is how much bigger. And if there is, I missed it because I just sort of don't care. And I haven't watched much about it, but yeah, I'm not in on this at all. This is 3 crowdfunds going on right now. I'm not backing any of them. Not doing the Snowcat, not doing the Snake Lair, not doing this, but I'd have a real hard time, though, passing on a Sandcrawler or an Imperial Shuttle or something like that. But there's a lot of collectors in this era, and they're just, they do this to make money, not to really help fans out. What's quirkier than a C-3PO or an R2-D2? It's an RB0025 or Boo 25 for Halloween. It's kind of fun to just make some fun, quirky little droid titles like that and make it in orange, and yeah, it looks good. If you're in on this, I'm not in on. I got a bag of, I think, 20 different colored droids like this from 12 or 15 years ago that I collected, and I'm just shocked. I can't imagine how many versions of R2-D2 they've made over the years and repainted it and called it something else, but yeah, but it's still kind of cool. If people love this and they sell, or they wouldn't make it. People are actually upset that this thing is sold out right away real fast, but my son put it best when he said, they're just going to reissue the figures anyway, and that's a lot of money to have a little throne accessory or whatever you want to call this accessory piece. Let me know what you think about this week's weekly news and review. Before my camera cuts off, I'm going to just cut it off. Like, subscribe. Take care, hang her out.